Good afternoon, everybody. This is your friend Choppadong and Tattoo. We're here for the MLB live vlog show. Dude, that's just too quiet. I can't do it. That was too gentle, too quiet, like we're taking off in an airplane. Tell you to put your seats up in the upright position because MLB live lock is about to launch. You got me and you got Tattoo, and we were talking movies.
And I figured out the name too.
Man, you and I always do like goofy green room stuff. Like I ask Razzle, and Razzle's like, "So." Like Razzle's too cool for me. I gotta have a character that Razzle's always just like, yeah, I ain't got time for this bullshit. But
right now he's got his pants off. He said,
I know, and then he'll come through with stuff like that. We talk and we have a good time talking and stuff like that. But it's it's really funny that you and I get off the rails.
Very quickly.
When it comes to the movies and all of that kind of stuff, the people that are piling in. I want to ask them, what is one of those types of movies that you think is awesome every time it gets mentioned, but yet it flies under the radar? People are like, oh, it's the greatest movie of all time, blah, blah, blah. And then they finally get down to like number 10 and go, oh my God, that should totally be ranked higher.
Yeah.
And you were saying, which one were you saying?
Hangover. I was like, it's just still so good, Still, I mean, shit you've seen 100 times will make you like hold your gut laughing.
I know. And the one that I will go to is American Pie, like I mentioned. And the reason, not so much because it's the best movie of all time, but because to me, the sequel, American Pie 2, is the greatest sequel of all. Like most sequels let you down.
Yeah.
This one did not. This one elevated it. And for me, the reason why was because we watched them back to back. We rented them or we borrowed them from a friend. And we had both discs, and right when we watched the one, we're like, "Oh, you got to put the other one in. We got to see what 2 is like." And boom! After 4.5 hours, we were just like mind blown. We're like, "That is the best sequel I've ever seen that didn't let you down. That kind of lived up to the billing of another sequel." I was like, "So."
Hangover 2 was still good.
I agree.
Hangover 3 is kind of just
a money grab.
Not even, an afterthought. But Law Abiding Citizen was the movie I was thinking about.
Okay. Yeah, and that one I haven't seen, and what you were describing to me was just tragic.
So good.
It would make me want to punch the TV screen. When I see stuff like that, characters like that, it just really makes me kind of like, I don't know. Movies don't usually affect me. It makes me angry, though.
Yeah.
All right, so Chuck says he's got to make a Yankee stack tonight. Boss in the Yankee Spring Training Stadium's recipe for Dino Nugget Dingers. Dino Nugget Dingers. What would those be like?
The Yankees did make one of my tiers.
And I noticed he did. Oh, well, don't give away the farm. We've got a new tier name for you tonight, and we're going to build a lineup suitable for leagues/boosters. And I've been getting a lot of questions in the beginner's room inside Discord. So thanks to everybody that's a VIP, everybody that tunes in, watches the show, of course. Say hi down below. We'll say hi back. But it's definitely one of those things where you've got to build kind of sensibly and not too off the rails. And I think that too many people see that and go, it's a GPP, it's a whatever, it's kind of off the rails. And it doesn't need to be. So we'll prove that to you. And then I will take that lineup and I will drop it in FanDuel or DraftKings, whichever one we decide. And then I'll show you the results tomorrow. We can do it on FanDuel. I don't care which we do. We'll do one today, maybe the other one tomorrow or whatever. I don't know. I think it'd be a fun thing to run for a little while. And it's a good thing that Chuck faded Strider. Last night I had to run right out the door, and I didn't get to play it all last night. So I would have eaten the chalk, and that would have been kind of nasty. Did you use him last night?
Oh hell no!
Hell no!
I mean, I was in the comments when y'all were on last night, and I was like, Strider's a fade for me, dog. I'm like,
Oh, there you go. There's 2 of you that are smart. I would not have been smart.
Somebody asked yesterday about what are your 3 favorite money line locks.
Right. Yeah, I saw you post those.
And I love Philadelphia. I love Detroit. And I wanted to say the White Sox so bad, but I was like, man, I hate to say something like that. And no, people are going to probably put money on it. Like,
Yeah,
I like San Diego too. I'll go with San Diego. And then, San Diego Fuck me.
Well, Ivan admits he wasn't smart. I've admitted I wasn't smart. Razzle's in the chat. I don't know what Razzle did today, but yesterday. We're gonna figure it all out. And we'll dive in again. Weather station is down. I didn't look. Did you look around the league for weather? I did not today.
No, I hadn't. I clicked
Well,
on the station and didn't see anything. But yeah. If you play max free tonight, you're going to take a 10K zero. So,
let me take a
Carlos
peek.
Rodon is pitching.
Detroit. Here's a good thing to see in the hourly forecast. Houston playing Detroit. I know that may or may not be on the main slate, but start off with a 50-50 chance of rain at 5 or 6 p.m. It drops off to 20% later in the evening. So what that tells me is that it's going to clear up, and they probably play the game. Bats are safe. Starting pitching, if it starts delayed, that's fine. You just don't want it to hit it in the second or third inning, and that's got Scooble on it. So I'm just going to say right now, watch that radar, and if it starts delayed, you're fine. Scooble would be fine. Scrolling down a little bit more, similar situation in Atlanta.
I'm guessing Scooble's probably just on FanDuel.
Probably, but I see it at 640, and I never know where the cutoff sometimes is one, not the other, and whatever.
Yeah. DK very rarely goes with the
correct
640 unless some.
Correct.
That's why I seem like you never get to play Cincinnati. It seemed like they always played that early game.
Cleveland used to be the other one that always used to get us. It's like they're never on the main slate. So in Atlanta, same thing, 35-40% chances to start 5-6 p.m. and then it fades off to like 7% by 10 p.m. Now that's obviously a lower risk of rain than the 50-50 shot up above. And after that, it looks like that is about it. So good news there. Those are really only two iffy spots. Looks like Detroit and then Atlanta. So in Atlanta, far, far safer than Detroit. Now watch, it'll probably be the one that has a thunderstorm park over the stadium and yada, yada, yada. Let's dive in and grab that chalk over here really quick. Let's do the FanDuel pitch and chalk. And I've got a hard stop again today at probably in about a half hour to 35 minutes. So we're going to have to fly if we want to get that lineup in.
When you said I've got a hard, I was like, where is he going to go?
Yeah, well, it's me and you. It's me and you.
Guys, I only have 12 hours to use this. And
I mean, here's the thing. You were wondering where I was going to go with mentioning hard. Razzle already admitted in the comments he's got his pants off. I mean, this whole thing today is just going to be a disaster.
More than likely.
But no, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. You've got 20%, 15%, 15%-ish, Pavetta, Joe Ryan, Hunter Green on FanDuel. Razzle, opinion time. Throw it out there. People want to know. Which one's your cash game pitcher, Tat?
I was so much thinking about Raz with no pants, I lost track. I'm going to have to be completely and utterly honest with you.
Who would be your cash game pitcher of those top three if you had to pick one? Since they're all about the same ownership projection-wise, which one's going to be the one?
Let me jump over to FanDuel. Come on.
There's no Woodruff on the slate. Woodruff was on the DK slate.
Nah, I think Woodruff must have pitched the early game, and right. Chad Patrick is pitching the night game.
It's got a DK price, but not a FanDuel price. If I look at Joe Ryan, lowest carnage number, 9,800 DK, 10-1 over on FanDuel. K score 485, low ISO against, low WOBA against, facing the Athletics. I drop down here. So Pavetta and Green.
I think Pavetta is probably my guy.
Lower ISO, lower K score. A little cheaper price though.
I'd feel I'd be okay with what the hell just happened? All my players disappeared. Like it literally just 0 players now in my pool. I don't mind Joe Ryan. But I like the A's a little bit. But I'd be fine with Joe Ryan.
I'm looking for Hunter Green's numbers. He's down there with no data. That sucks.
He's like with Ryan. It's like he could go off against a shitty, Angels or A's, or those teams that. Oh, tonight's the night they hit 6 home runs.
Oh, for sure. Well, need to probably select a slate. I got the main on DK loaded. Well, that's
FanDuel,
weird.
just like the player pool disappeared.
Yeah, it went. Oh, that's odd. Give it a little refresh.
Yeah.
See what happens here. We might have to delay the talk a little bit. It's gone. They'll be back.
So, guys, NFL is coming.
They'll be back, but I sure would have liked to. Exactly. I sure would have liked to have known who those chalky pitchers were because, again,
I would surely not like to have to hand build 20 lineups tonight.
I mean, you're looking at Ryan Pivetta again. I don't know. Boz is risky, of course. Jacob Lopez is also risky.
I never trust a Dodger pitcher.
No, I don't trust them typically either.
I don't. It ain't the Dodgers pitchers I don't trust. It's Roberts I don't trust.
Right. It's quick hooks by the manager. Rodon. Those are tournament plays. You're not going to take Rodon over Joe Ryan.
I mean, as far as cash, it's probably like 3 guys to take.
Yeah, it's probably those same 3 guys, to be honest with you, and you probably get a mix and match. Now, I don't like feeling – you feel like you don't have your pants on. I mean, I don't feel like I have mine on if I don't have those ownership numbers in that player pool.
Yeah.
It's just such a routine that I go through that I feel like I, left the house naked.
I heard
how they say out in the sticks, naked.
Naked. It was some video on YouTube, all kinds of shit pops up. But this was about, I guess, a certain group of people who hate men and and now I forgot my point, so it's pointless. Oh, she said that men hate structure and planning and having everything, a routine. And I'm like, have you ever met a man?
Right.
I was like, we're about the most, this is my bubble and everything must stay in here.
Man. Yeah. If women have a plan, men usually let the women do the plan.
Yeah, it's just like,
players
just tell me where I need to be and what time. Okay.
Exactly. And then they get mad at us for not offering input. Oh, okay. Forgive me.
Never ask them where they want to eat, for Jesus' sakes.
Well, what kind of offenses are you looking to attack? We'll come back to the whole pitch and stuff later, unless you've got some tournament pivots. I mean, Razzle, thank you for putting those in the comments. That's what's going to help people out a lot.
We got the pitching guru here, so
right. If I'm looking at tournament stuff, I'm usually looking at things like, like I said, K score and then money savings. And on DraftKings, Lopez doesn't look bad. Risky, sure. It doesn't look bad. He's got upside. And when it comes to tournament building, we're not worried about safety hardly at all, if at all. We're just worried about the upside. And the upside is in, a little bit in Ryan, maybe. Probably not as much Pivetta. He's probably more of a floor play.
There's no safety in baseball.
Lopez, Rodon for sure. Maybe a little Shane Smith. I mean, there are some names you can spot them. The tools do such a good job of pointing those out to us that we don't need to worry too much about it. And then you get down there on the bottom end of the K-score stuff, and, you got, of course, the Dodgers attacking Gomber, Cleveland, Baltimore. They're all in good spots. You get some of those weaker offenses like the White Sox and Baltimore hadn't been great this year. Kansas City are all in pretty decent spots.
Yeah,
whether or not they'll perform, who knows? What were you saying?
You see Geek sitting there smoking the hopium.
Nice. There you go. Okay.
That shirt's available in the merch store. Link in description.
Link in the description, which I don't think we have a link in the description. All right, we said the player pool is back. There it is. Thank you. I refreshed like 3 times, and I was just going to move on. But there we go. We're sharing the right tab. Ownership, pitching. Ugh. Here we go again, trying to Patrick, Green, Ryan. The expensive guys are getting booted because people want Dodgers, and that's fine for tournaments. Ugh. Patrick and Green combo, maybe with some Ryan or Pivetta for. If you had to eat some cash game stuff on that, I mean, it's not such a huge discrepancy, but if you had to eat some cash game stuff on that, yeah, and Patrick's not even in the Carnage report.
Yeah.
Yeah, no numbers. I would like to see a case.
Patrick pitched game 1, so Woodruff is pitching tonight. Is that
there? It might have just updated.
Okay, yeah, because it was showing it.
That's weird. Okay, well that was a mistake, I guess. DS is catching up from whatever burp, hiccup, fart, whatever it just did.
Well,
so now we're up to Hunter Green, Joe Ryan, Pivetta. There we go. Now we're back. A little bit of
that would actually.
This makes much more sense. We're done way down here.
That would definitely move Woodruff way up for me. So.
Yeah, and it's got him down here at the bottom at 0% owned. That'll probably change again too. What I'm looking for, Rodon down here is intriguing. Way down here, 7th, 8th, 9th on the list in terms of ownership. Probably a decent tournament pivot. I don't mind it. Trying to look for some of these others. I mean, that's kind of about it. Let's jump over here to the old stacks and talk those bad boys for you, because that seems to be where you typically want to go anyway. If I could get my finger off the damn mouse pad and keep the screen still, apologize. Dodgers leading the way again. Wow, look at that ownership. Holy crap, look at that. I get it. They're almost a 9 implied run total, but 133% total ownership. The next closest one is Green. Everybody else is Green. Man. And I get it. It's the Dodgers. We talked about it yesterday. In cash games especially, you're playing them. I can't see how they don't touch up Gomber. He's another one of those. But man, I really do. If I was doing single entry in small field, no, and we'll get to that in a minute. But in the large field stuff, I really want to fade him, because you're just getting leverage automatically on everything else. I know they're going to be the number 1 leverage ranked team again. That's fine. But literally anything else carries such.
There's number 1 leverage by fading them.
I mean, if you can get 5 of them, I get it. But I mean, again, and I know it's correct. It is absolutely correct to play them. Absolutely correct to play them. But if you fade them and they, for whatever reason, kind of come out flat tonight, you have a chance of being on any other team that explodes. And if you do, it looks like enough ownership is going to be on them that you have far less competition for those final 10 to 20 to 100 spots in those monster GPPs. And that's where all the money goes. If you're wanting to make money and you don't mind the fact that you're like 80% doing it wrong, but you don't mind living on that edge and you don't mind taking that gamble, tonight might be a pretty decent night to pick any 2 other teams. You can pick the next chalkiest teams if we sort that by ownership. I don't want to make too big of a deal out of this. Cincinnati and Atlanta. Fine. Take them. Again, they're not generating a ton of leverage. It looks like San Diego and New York are generating more leverage than they are in terms of contests and whatever. But still, you can take about any of these others and you can make some really, really good money. You're praying against everything, all the stars that LA is flat. There's people that do it. There's people that win with it. All right, so we've got 2 tiers. You had tier 3, which we don't usually cover. How many teams were in tier 1?
3.
3 tiers. Let's nail those, because you guys out there in comment land, Yeah, I'll just ask. What did you call tier 2 today? And
The
why?
tier of disappointment.
Tier of disappointment. And you spelled it TIER, which you missed your opportunity there. Should have been TEAR. So tier 2 is the tier of disappointment. Because why?
Because these are teams that religiously let us down.
I love it. You could build a video around that. Talk to the video editor. Maybe he'll sign you up. LA Dodgers, tier 1, right?
No,
Oh, are they in the tier of disappointment?
they are.
Oh, now you really make me want to fade them. I want them to let all y'all down, everybody else down, and I'm going to put together something that doesn't have the Dodgers in it. Oh, that is shit. That's how you win the nickel on a single entry. If that works out, you can win it. So if the Dodgers are in tier 2, the tier of disappointment, that's hilarious. Baltimore.
Tier 1.
All right. The Prince is 1 for 1.
They don't disappoint me because I've come to expect them to suck.
Well, then they're just a perennial disappointment, so you're all right.
I mean, just this year after the last couple. So.
Well, that's on the way down that list, though. In terms of
Trevor Rogers
totals,
is the
they're
truth.
under a 4, which if you study our little charts and stuff, typically teams over a 4.5 end up in the nuts as the nuts stack about 85% of the time. So that would cut us down to New York and higher on the leverage stacks list. So you're taking a chance there too. But again, with Dodgers, if the Dodgers chalk fails, anybody's got a chance.
Boston is another tier 1 team.
Another tier 1. I would say on paper, that one makes some good sense. Keep firing, boys. Let him have it. Left-handed pitchers against Tampa Bay. Yeah, that's what was said up there earlier in the chat. That was why they were wanting to target the pitcher, because Tampa stinks against left-handed pitchers. Anyone, Bueller, anyone. I mean, San Diego, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Minnesota, they're all out there. I know you like Cincinnati. I'm going to go ahead and take Atlanta off the table. Is Atlanta tier 1?
No, Atlanta's in tier of disappointment.
Tier of disappointment.
Even in last night, they ended up putting up some, but it was only 2 players to score.
Who else might be a tier of disappointment team for you? Because if I can tell which one's a tier of disappointment team for you, I'll miss, and they'll probably be in tier 1. Because I'm going oppo today on you, apparently. Everything I say is landing in the other ones. Yeah, Atlanta to Prince, he said, was tier 2. Baltimore tier 1, Boston tier 1, LA Dodgers tier 2, Atlanta tier 2. There's about 1 more in each. Maybe we can move on and build some lineups.
There's 2 more in the tier of disappointment.
2 more in the tier of disappointment.
1 more tier 1.
Give me the Padres tier of disappointment.
Not on the list.
Not on the list. Ooh, so disappointing, not even on the list.
Yeah, they're dead to me after last night.
Give me the Yankees tier of disappointment.
Tier of disappointment, Yankees. Arizona did not make the list.
Now, this would be in my tier of disappointment. Probably won't be in yours. It'll probably either be not on the list, or maybe we picked off a tier 1 team. Cincinnati.
Tier of disappointment.
Nice. Because they would definitely be in mine. Which equates to tier 2 tonight, guys, which means you can play them. I mean, they're just obviously expecting to be disappointed. So we're missing 1 more tier 2 team. We've got one team. We've got the tier 2.
Yeah, I actually should add the White Sox. Probably will. Oakland is in like that 3rd tier, and Texas is the other tier 1.
Nice. I would have been a little while before I got to Texas. See how easy this game is, guys? These are shotgun names. We run through it, and this list can go a whole lot faster. So tier 1, Baltimore, Boston, Texas. Tier 2, Dodgers, Braves, Yankees, and the Reds. Tier 2 being the newly dubbed tier of disappointment.
And then I also like the Angels, A's, Minnesota, Colorado, White Sox.
I love it. You guys are keeping score on yourselves, too. Who says we aren't competitive people? Let's dive in.
Competitive.
All right, let's dive in. Let's do FanDuel since that was requested. Let me slide back over here to FanDuel here really quick. Let's go main slate. Let's skip the chalk stuff tonight. Let's do about 10 lineups of the other side. Let's do 20 lineups of the other stuff. 10. We'll leave all the hitters in. No projected ownership, no nothing. We're just going to change it down to about 3 unique players to shuffle it up. Tournament mode. This is a GPP setup for those that know. Do you do any randomness, yes or no?
I do on pitching because by the time I've got my pool down, I don't want it to stick the top 2 guys in
Everything.
65, 70% of the lineups together, and then it just mixes the rest of them together for the rest of the lineups. So I throw some randomization on it so it mixes them in.
Okay, we only need one lineup for leagues or boosters, something that you just need to get in that top 10% or top 2% if you can. Sensible builds, no deep contrarianism, although if somebody wanted to convince me to fade Dodgers tonight, might be a night I would say that's okay. But that's a little too crazy for a night like tonight. If we don't take them, we don't take them, but we're not intentionally targeting.
Yeah, hard to fade them in league, small field, shit like that.
So Pivetta, Ryan, Green, Rodon, who else should we include in that? You're getting pretty wild when you get down to those under 10% owned guys. I mean, I'm personally okay. If we just need one lineup, I'm okay leaving one of those guys as our pitcher. Unless you've got a strong lean that you want to include somebody else.
I feel like it would be Rondon.
Okay, I've got him. So those are the 4. Then how much randomness you want to slap on them?
Well, this is FanDuel?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I was thinking about DK. But no, FanDuel, I don't need any randomization on pitcher.
Okay. Then let's open up the old stacks. We're going 4x3, I guess. If you're doing small leagues that kind of work like cash games, 10-man leagues, things like that, you can do 3x3, 3x2 type stuff. But even if you're trying to play a 20-man league that gets in the top 5% is what has the eligibility to win those, right? 1 divided by 20 is 5%. 12-man, the 100-man leagues on FanDuel that cash top 12, small field GPPs that are paying the top 20 to 25%, but that are top heavy, but you only have to beat 50, 100, 150 people, stuff like that. These are the contests that we're talking about right now. And boosters perform very similarly on DK. I'm fully stacking them, though. Are you?
What? Dodgers?
Are you fully stacking in these contests that you're targeting?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We're on the same page there. If I uncheck these teams, then obviously we're going to put the Dodgers in there. Boston, Texas, tier 1 teams. And that's pretty much how you do it. And then you stop there, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody else goes into tier 2 for you, right?
Yeah, everybody's in tier 2.
So that would include, well, I guess the Dodgers are in tier 2, but we would put them in tier 1. So I need to put Baltimore. There they are. It took me a minute to find them. Oh, in Texas. Baltimore, Boston, Texas. Yeah, I got them. And then Cincinnati, Braves, Yankees. Sorry, it's taking me a little bit, guys. The brain is trying to fart on me. Is there anybody else you'd add to tier 2, or is that good for you?
No, that's good.
All right. Shuffle up and deal. So if we make 10 lineups and we see what we end up getting here, how much those 4x3. Look at that very first lineup out of the chute. Hunter Green, no Dodgers. It is Boston Yankees. Second lineup, Boston Reds. Third lineup, Boston Reds. Fourth lineup, Boston Reds. Boston Reds. Boston Yankees. Boston Yankees. And Boston Reds. Boston Reds. Now, here's why I'm doing this for people that are listening. I did not put caps on these stacks. And the reason why is I only want one lineup, right? I'm entering a small field single entry or maybe some kind of a booster. If you do a booster, you can do 7 lineups, 10 lineups, in which case you'd start getting more to MME builds. You'd put some caps on there. You wouldn't want all Boston, New York, or Boston, Cincinnati. You would want, Baltimore, Boston, or Baltimore, LA, or Texas, Baltimore, or whatever. You want it to mix and match these left stack, right stack more. But if you're only picking one lineup, I don't care what the DS gives me, so I don't have to put caps on it. My question to you, Tattoo, is are you okay with Boston being the lead stack, or would you want it to be Dodgers, and do we need to go hand build something?
I think I would be okay with Boston.
So Boston Yankees or Boston Cincinnati?
Can you get your Dodgers in your second stack?
Quite possibly. Let's
like if I'm doing 4-3.
dive out here and look. So if you're doing a 4-3, let me get the MLB stuff open. Let me find a contest here right quick that we might be interested in. Search it down by entry fee.
Definitely loves trying to give you San Diego. No, thank you.
Well, let's see. Well, that went the other way. There we go. So if I'm looking for some form of small field or whatever, or a small league or a booster, let me do that. Let me just do the leagues, find somebody in a 20-man or something, because that's typically a good, safe place to go. Now, let's go ahead and share this tab instead. And it was Hunter Green, which is interesting. Now, if you're going to put the Dodgers in that second one, which I think we need some Dodgers exposure on FanDuel especially. It's too easy to get them with the softer salary. Are you okay with Hunter Green? Would you want to go Rodon? What do you?
I have. I was kind of just tagging along, and I locked Rodon, and then I kind of made like stack 2 had to be Boston or the Dodgers, but I did allow my others in the last stack. If you punt catcher first base, it gave you Mookie Betts, Alex Call, and Teoscar Hernandez with Romy, Trevor Story.
Where was Mookie? Was Mookie at second base?
Mookie's at second, and then you punted with Alex Jackson.
It gave you Alex Call.
Yeah,
that one I don't like. It's a lot of no upside in this guy. It looks like there's a 31-point night, but a lot of zeros and a lot of night. I'm not a fan.
Like above that, which I like Rodon, Freeman at first. You got a Dodger. You got Romy, Alex Bregman, Corey Seager, Evan Carter, Wyatt Langford, Roman Anthony, and Josh Smith.
Let's hold that thought. I've got Mookie and Teoscar, which if it was me, I'd probably come off of even maybe Mookie.
I was going to say Mookie.
I'm trying to think of where I might look. If I'm trying to put the Dodgers in here, and I don't want to go bottom of the order if I can avoid it. I want to stay wrap it with Buddy Kennedy, but that's puke. Shohei not probably needed.
I like Freeman, actually.
But then you're not punting first base catcher anymore.
Yeah.
You can leave Mookie in there or take him out. You can use Pages down there in the 6, but then that's 2 outfielders. Will Smith would go into the utility. Mookie, or you got to go here. Let's do this. Let's see if Freeman and Teoscar in there, and then let's switch over. Reds, Boston, Texas. Where were you going?
For tier 2, we're talking.
Whatever. This would probably be your 4-man stack, unless you want to
like Texas.
Unless you want to 4-stack Dodgers,
right.
It's gonna be easier
Texas
to 4-stack.
Is my favorite stack.
Okay, I'm assuming that Corey Seager is going to be in that lineup.
Yeah, it's going to definitely probably give you Josh Smith.
Corey Seager.
Another cheaper outfielder I like is Mike Yastrzemski.
Let's put Josh Smith at third or second. Second leaves us open for Mookie. So if I put Josh at third.
So this is when I say you run the DS and then you finger it a little bit and see
Right.
if you can
Get
get
it
it
fired
prime.
up. Josh Smith can also obviously go in the outfield if we need him. Evan Carter, Wyatt Langford, Marcus Simeon. Are you doing Langford?
I like Langford, yeah.
What about cheap ass Tellez or Jock Peterson? Tellez would be in your utility. Langford, there's 3.
I mean, I don't mind Tellez. I mean, he's got the pop.
So we're at 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. I like to keep it somewhat correlated. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 7's a little bit down there.
Texas is cheap too, and it really helps you get,
I don't like the little danglers like Tellez would be, and for 100 more, I probably would just correlate with Jock Peterson. That's how I would do it. It's not great, but well, you can also game log hunt them.
And like Darth said, I mean, you don't have to hold your
Tellez
feet to the 4-3 fire.
No, that's correct. You can come off it and go 3-3 with a couple one-offs. Absolutely.
4-2-2, like he said, it's like.
But look at how trash Jacques been lately. Tellez is even better. Or we can leave him out. We can go back up with the flexibility and go back to the Dodgers. So we're at 2,800 per. That's going to be tough to fill in the Dodgers unless you use Buddy Kennedy. Pages, Mookie, Will Smith in the utility. How much do we like Alex Call? Don't like him. Or do you want to go 3-2 and then do a 2-man or a 3-man from something else? These are the things that we can do because we're not going after those large field GPPs. We can use something that takes a little bit of upside away and gives us the floor because we don't need the upside that we have to win the large field stuff. You don't need as much upside. It's nice to have, and you're trying to gain upside for sure, but you don't need the perfect score. So what do you want to do? You want to look around at Cincinnati or Boston?
Yeah, what I'm doing right now is I set the only 2 teams available for stack 1 or 2 are Texas and the Dodgers.
Let's see what there's some cheaper. Your sheet in no upside. So obviously it's harder than it looks. That's why we all do what we do.
That's why you gotta tinker it afterwards because you're like.
Red's lineup's not out yet, but under 30. There's Friedel in the 1, Spencer Steer in the 2, Andujar in the 4. Andujar's not been great. He went on a little run there. Spencer Steer. If you want, Steer's been okay. Friedel. I don't mind Friedel, and Friedel's weak. Look at that. He hadn't done much. But they're in a good matchup, and we shouldn't be game log hunting. I just do it to see who's really cold. Austin Hayes is another one. Can be boom or bust. That's not too bad.
He's got some good BVP. I mean,
let's throw Hayes in there, and then let's correlate around that 5 hole with probably Andujar.
Oh, he's back in the lineup now?
Yeah, it looks that way. And then you've got a one-off left for second base. It can be Texas, LA, or Cincinnati. It's 2,700. If you're correlating, or it can be a one-off. It can just be a straight-up one-off.
Yeah.
I don't like building that way with leaving myself nothing at the bottom. But you get Blade, Okada, Xander, and San Diego. That seems like that's underpriced at 2,700. Not much. He can do a little. And kids, I can't talk right now. India, Clemens, whatever. We're getting the nature of what we do. What's that?
I saw that Green Acres was coming on.
Has to be second base too. Caballero, Bogarts, Arras, gross.
Too bad you don't have 2,800. You could throw in Holiday at second.
Right. Well, we could free it up. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with this a little bit.
Yeah. I know you got a hard out coming too.
I hope people are getting the idea.
Yeah.
Of what we're doing. Yeah, 4-2-2 is also definitely. So, I mean, you're doing your own thing on the DS. I'm showing people as we're just hand plugging, getting them in there. Yeah. I mean, they're all negotiable. That's the thing.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when you're hand making your lineup, the more beautiful and perfect it looks to you, the probably
that's
shit on you.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So, and if you wanted to free up that 100, you come off of Rodon.
Yeah.
Come right down to Hunter Green. And there's your Jackson Holiday.
Yeah.
If you're okay with Hunter Green, then you've got your Holiday in there, and you've got your 332 or 3 whatever. And again, it's correlated. You're focused in some decent areas. Now, it's got a little bit of a floor, which would help you in 10 and 20 man leagues, but it's got a little bit of correlated upside, and it's taking the LA chalk, hoping that these are the guys that do the damage. I don't know. That's the one. I'm going to leave it up, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to toss it in for the hell of it for $1, so everybody sees that I did.
Yeah.
Because I ain't scared.
Mm-hmm.
We get back over here to this. And if there's other questions and whatnot, guys, fire them away. Because you can see we started here. We had some ideas with Boston, New York, and all this stuff. Then boom, just went away from it. Won some LA exposure. It cost us Rodon at the bottom because if we didn't, we can tweak it and we can play around with it. But going from Rodon down to free up a better second base punt for $100, I'm okay with that. So if y'all got questions, great. Give you about another, 30 seconds or so, and then I'm getting phone calls, and I got to go pick my wife up from work, so I probably got to get the hell out of here.
Well, so I'll give a quick home run parlay I like.
Yeah, do it.
I like Mike Yastrzemski, and I can never say it right, but Yaz, Ohtani, and Jose Ramirez. And shit, I throw a Judge on there just for some extra juice. But Yaz has 4 home runs off of Merle Kelly.
That's pretty decent.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a home run, an extra base hit, or a strikeout.
Yeah, I'm a Yaz fan.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. You got a couple of coaches in here too. Hopefully everybody jumps in. Like I said, I got to go take off, go get the wife. You saw me enter that. We'll give the results tomorrow. If there's any tweaks, I'll post the tweaks when I get home. But I got to go get the wife, so I got to cut us off.
And watch Law Abiding Citizen.
Yeah, I would not recommend that based on your description.
Do you like action movies?
Oh, they're all right, but you had a couple of descriptions in there. It's not going to be a movie. I like them. I want those to the TV.
The very beginning is you don't see anything.
A little dark.
It's just kind of implied.
Yeah. I get it. It might be something to look up. Right now, we're in Landman. That's what we're watching. Over on Paramount.
I was trying to watch a show one time, in this first episode, they shot and killed the dog, and I was like, "Fuck this show!" Click.
Right. Well, on that note, for me, for you, for everybody at MLB, you guys, thanks for commenting. Thanks for participating in the show today. And we will be back tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern. Sounds like a winner. Let's go win some money. And y'all put my little $1 20-man league to shame, would you?
And y'all buy Raz some pants. So.
Right. Buy Raz some pants and get to that swag store. He'd probably prefer the pants to come from there anyway.
Or a onesie.
All right, everybody. Take care. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.